right there. How's that? Hello, hello, hello. Mwah, mwah. How are you doing? What are you doing? You what? What do you mean you don't know? Oh, come on, move. Give me a hug. Give Big Mama a hug. Come on. There you go. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. Things is changing. You know, I was just listening to, 13 Signs Astrology. I like him. I have been listening to a lot of new people. People giving me links. Am I plugged in? I'm plugged in. Okay. People giving me links to other people that I haven't yet heard of. And I'm learning, y'all. I'm learning. Are you learning? I'm learning. Life is happening faster and faster and faster. When you're young, in your 20s, you wish life would happen faster. And now in your 50s, how old am I? 3? That was 5 days ago. And I'm waiting for it to slow down now. Because life is really good right now. I'm telling you, it's greater later. It really is. Enjoy your youth, because, Mama was right. Enjoy your youth. There is nothing else in the world like it except when you turn about 80 and you're doing it all over again. For some. If you're, Cher, Tina Turner, then it probably won't happen for you like that. But twice a child, once an adult. Anyway, let's see. First of all, we're going to have a contest for those of you that have subscribed to tashaspeaks.com and theangels.us. On the 26th, whoever opened that email that I sent last week, your name's going in the drawing. The angels, I will probably do the following week, because I didn't talk about that one yet, so you still have a chance to get in on a free reading. I am going to be doing a show with Anthony McCain, another really nice spirit being that I have had the pleasure of creating. He's an interesting man. You'll see. You'll see on Friday night Blog Talk Radio show. If you're at your computer, you can just Google Blog Talk Radio Reader-Hosh. Okay? And if you're not if you're not listening to this someplace where you can write it down, listen to it later. And we're going to be talking about, this week we're talking about your spiritual contracts. Okay? You've seen some of my 5,000 videos now. I can't be a hypocrite. If I believe what I believe in, I got to walk my talk all the time, whether I like it or not. So I choose to believe that I made a contract before I had skin. Okay? And in that contract, I am going to do readings, healings, teach others how to do it, and try to save some children from killing themselves, going back home early. Because of, I meet a lot of kids that have, parent problems. And I'm not talking about, oh, Mom, I hate you. I'm talking about, mothers who do drugs or fathers who do drugs and then come home and beat their children nearly to death. Those youngsters are primarily the ones that God sends to me, And thankfully so, because, I intended fully to have 6 kids this lifetime. Well, that's how it started out, anyway. So I think about 8 now that I call mine, or my spirit body, And I love them. I love you all, and I know that they're not any less intelligent, but physically, because again, we're spirit with a body, but not a body with a spirit. Physically, when you come back, I feel children and babies are closer to God than I am. However, they may not remember, and in that skin, not remembering, process, you got to relearn some things, So, having been raised by an abusive, parent, foster parent, auntie, uncle, whatever person, I think, and please give your opinion, that because of that, it helps us forget something. This is just an experience. I'm not going to die by his hand or her hand or, a gunshot or, whatever. That's not why I'm here. That's not my purpose for being, to die because, my alcoholic mother's alcoholic boyfriend, beat me to death. So, and I understand a lot of you can't understand that yet, but my kids who are watching this do understand. They know what I'm talking about. So to just keep the faith. Just keep the faith. It's always greater later. Always. Always, always, always. Just know with every breath, experiences are passing. And we are only living experiences. I am not my experience. It's gone already. I'm living in the now. I'm not living, 1983, 84, 85. When I experienced abuse, I just experienced abuse. It's not what I am right now. I'm not still broke and crying over that. I'm not still broke crying because my mama beat me when I was 13 for, going out when she told me not to go out. I mean, it's easy. People say, well, Tasha, it's stupid that you don't believe in karma. Well, I don't word it like that because that's just how I think. If I only put out good, there's only good. So it's just, karma's just another word. It's just another word. Yeah. The 4 laws, spiritual laws, physical, blah, 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 whatever. Still, it all boils down to, I'm like this. It's only good. I realize that rape and beating and politics and the Illuminati, whatever shit is out there, but it doesn't exist in my world. All that negative crap out there, outside that window, doesn't exist here. I exist here. If you come here, you exist here under my realm, under my jurisdiction, in my house, in my place of being, in my sacred space. You must abide by the Queen's laws, since we have no, goddess laws. For a word that expresses how I feel about myself. It's not just a saying. It's just not just to keep up with the Joneses or the other goddesses, in my case. So I hope I'm sitting right, because I can't see. The camera's turned around, so I'm trying to mark it so I can upload the videos faster in my cell phone. So if you just choose to at some point accept or not, I don't care what you do, I'm just saying what I do. I understand that there is not as good stuff as there is good stuff. It's not bad. I don't believe anything is bad. Me being abused isn't bad. Me losing a child isn't bad. I didn't lose anything. I used to say I lost my whole brand new house full of furniture because of this sister or that or whatever. I didn't lose anything. Maybe it was just time for somebody else to have it. But you could give back my poems and my death certificate of my father. I really felt attached to that. Anyway, moving on. You get over it. I got some therapy. I got over it. Talk to God. You got over it. They're just things. When I go home, I'm going to go home alone. Though, I was kind of thinking, you guys, maybe I'll have all my crystals buried with me so that they can go home too, back to Mother Earth. Miss me. Or maybe something. Who was it? I forgot who it was. I can't think of her name. One of the witches, and she's like, well, I was listening to so and so, and she said, we shouldn't buy crystals because that's taken away from Mother Earth. Well, your womb will make more. I didn't get that. Yeah, but anyway, there's always going to be plenty, plenty. And don't write to me about the starving children. That's just the life that they chose. I went hungry for a week myself. It wasn't much fun, but hey, we do what we do for the reasons that we do them to create the situations that we're in ourselves. I'm not blaming anybody for being hungry. Had I saved more, had I bought less crystals, okay, that was an instance in that case. No, in that case, that was when my body was going through spiritual changes, and I had, according to the doctor, become diabetic, and fell out, and you just wasn't thinking. I just wasn't thinking. My body needed to rest so that I can start that machine up again. Start the factory going. So, but having the experience makes me more empathetic towards those that do not have. It's not going to make me or break me. It does make me more empathetic. So if I have 50 cents, I'll give you a quarter. I will. Praise God, for wonderful people in my life, like, Angie and, Ifama, Greta. A lot of y'all help me out, when I am in need, Adam and Val helped me out. A lot of people helped me out when I made my video asking for more teeth, and six of you sent me $10. And just so you know, I'm getting new teeth pretty soon. I'm excited. Can't wait. Can't wait to crunch a carrot or have apple. Oh, jicama. I can't wait to crunch on some jicama. Yum. Anyway, so my main thing in all these videos, really, bad hair days, good hair days, teeth, no teeth. Remember your spirit. I understand we're all here for different reasons. You're here for political reasons. I don't know anything about politics. I don't want to know. I do, however, do ritual over almost every little thing. I'll do ritual for purpose, but, so I do my part in voting as best I can. I do not understand it all. I'm not going to even lie and try to pretend I don't have the need to be like that. I do have the need to just face myself as TASHALHARRIS, the best goddess I could possibly be right now in this moment. So when I need help, thinking about politics and stuff like that, I'll go to Angie or Ifama, and now, Anthony, he knows a lot about politics and stuff, and, I go to you for that assistance. We all are here to teach each other. You don't know everything about everything, and as far as that enlightenment word, it's just a word. You can be enlightened by lightening up, like Bashir says. Lighten up. It's just a word. It's a word that I think we give all the wrong meaning to, like karma. Of course, it's automatic. You don't even need to think about it anymore. Whatever you give out is what you're going to get back. Okay, proof. So I'm not incurring anything because I only put out good. That's all there is. Nothing but love. Nothing but love can happen to me. Yeah, it was an old Sunday school song. Never mind, sorry. Drifted off for a minute there. And I understand there are political fights. I understand there's still prejudiced people. Did you know there's lots of prejudiced people against people with no teeth? I have experienced that lesson this past year. It's been a whole year now. I got my last 14 teeth all ripped out. Um, that was quite an experience. Yeah, hard being able to move my mouth as much as I talk. Wow. You know, spirits were like, shut up. Sit down and shut up. Like I tell you guys, like I tell a lot of women about men, you know, shut up. Men don't need to talk a lot. And men, you need to talk more. So talk. Because we women love to hear your voice. We want to know, what are you thinking? What are you doing? What are you thinking? What are you thinking? What are you thinking? What are you doing? What are you thinking? What are you thinking? What are you thinking? What are you doing? You know? Are you thinking about me? Even if you're not, lie. Yes, honey. You know? That's a good lie. It's not a bad lie. You see, all lies, changing the subject, all lies are not bad. It's a positive affirmation. When I say I am, TASHALHARRIS, I weigh 180 pounds, and you can be like, Tasha, you said you weigh 2. No, the doctor's scale said I weigh, I lost 3 more pounds, 247. But Tasha weighs 180. When I consume food, you bless your food. And don't get me wrong, and this is for my sister girl who's really into, the GMO, for the whole planet. No, I don't want to believe that that's necessarily necessary. However, for Tosh, I know that if I buy food from Boo Boo's Produce, I can bless my food. I have it like that. You have it like that too. If you believe. If you believe within your heart, you'll know. Where'd that come from? Oh, Lena Horne, The Wiz. Great play. You have to just, plays are something you just got to see one-on-one. Anyway, so life is just so good. Did I tell you how good life is? Yeah. So I pray for my food, and now my prayer is I only digest the things that I need. The things I don't need, I urinate or have a bowel movement to get rid of. I only keep the things I need. I only keep the things I need. I only keep the things I need. Okay? So in me having my little mental picture, over my food, all the junk going out and all the nutrients staying in, no matter what I eat. When I had periods, I did eat some real red meat. Because for some reason, that did something to my cramps and it made me feel better. Anyway, so I don't eat any red meat now because even once a month when I go to wherever Teresa takes me to get a burger, I'm trusting it's not real meat. Anyway, it's probably crap. But I still pray over my crap. Don't get on me about that. It's still going to happen once a month. It's still going to happen. So for the rest of the month, I pretty much need to get off of free foods again. When I lived in the trailer, it was good because I cooked for myself, but I don't cook here. Don't write to me about that. It's none of your business. I buy a lot of prepackaged foods, which I'm not so happy about. But the good side of that is the gooder side, because it's all good. It's all good. As long as I eat my vegetables every single day and fruits every single day, I tend not to swell up because, there's a lot of salt in prepackaged foods. And that's not good for me. I'm not saying it's not good for you because I believe everything exists for a reason. Somebody might need salt, and you're saying, don't eat salt, don't eat salt. No, you can't eat salt. Maybe she needs salt to help her digest her food, or he needs salt to... Anyway, I forgot what kind of video this was. Okay. Everything is here because somebody needs it. You see, and that's another reason why I think, don't go, Bible thumping, as it were, on others, your beliefs, because you feel they're not good for everybody. That's not true. It's just not good for you, honey. The first thing when the doctor said, it was his opinion I was diabetic, and because to me there's nothing to be ashamed of at all, anything. So, I announced that, and, don't eat this and don't eat that, just go vegan, go raw, No, boo-boo. There's plenty of people who are raw, vegan, this, that, that have dis-ease and malfunction. No, you got to remember who you're talking to, okay? Purpose. My purpose for being is to be the best spirit, to learn Tasha's lesson and and fulfill my spiritual contracts. Purpose for being, whatever you want to call it. And that is not it. To be sick, to have dis-ease is not my purpose for being here, okay? So I knew, go pick up, go find my book. And I look up diabetic. She told me what it is. And I said, fine, I'm not going to do that anymore. There you go. I no longer need all of this protection, so I can let it go. And now, it should not have, I can shit on myself, taken me all these years to come to balance. But when you're young and you do silly things, like my mother was a nutritionist for the state of California for 25, 30 years. So I knew how to eat properly. However, you go and you move to a new state, city, whatever, and you do what kids do, eat lots of junk food. And I did, and my body adjusted to that and worked well. I would cook dinner, but breakfast and lunch I would eat out. Well, of course I don't do that anymore, and I won't go back to that habit. Just like any other habit. You're depressed, so you eat a lot and you stay hidden a lot. Whatever your symptoms may be. And having experienced that for a whole year, deep depression, deep. And I refused to take drugs, whatever that stuff is that you take for depression, because I knew it was just my spirit going through changes, and I had to get over the fact that it wasn't time for Amani, my baby, to be born yet. So and dealing with that, and the fathers, oh, you're not really pregnant, you're just saying that. We've been together for 5 years. I didn't have the need to lie to you about this before. Anyway, there was an interesting experience, and I still love him, bless him. It's all good. It's all good. Yes, I realize shit exists out there. It's outside of this thing that I'm on, called a piece of land. I was going to be mean. I forgot how many people watch my videos. Okay. Well, some of them. Anyway. Okay, watch your mouth, Tasha. Watch your mouth. But my purpose for being is this. I don't see all that shit. I just don't. I choose not to. I know it's there, and when I need to tune into the news, I'll be like, hey, so Angie, what's going on with blah, 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 blah? And she'll tell me, well, this is it. But that one had happened in 1982, because, when I watch the news, I'm confused, y'all. When I watch the news, I think that they're talking about something that just happened tomorrow, and they're not. They're talking about something that happened in 2009. I just don't, because she didn't say an update on, or something like that. My little peanut brain, it just, I got a one-track mind, my spirit, helping people, help the kids, listen to you vent. And you need 3 hours. You can text me. Tasha, got time? Okay, call me in 30 minutes. Okay. And then I'm sitting here, and you got to know when I'm listening, I'm multitasking. Time is an illusion, but what I'm doing still needs to take place. I'm not hearing you, but you just needed to vent. So an occasional should be good enough. I'm not ignoring you. I hear everything. I have the ability to do at least 2 things at once, depending on what it is. If I'm sitting here making jewelry and, answering instant message, if it's a yes or no something, I can listen to you just fine and hear you clearly. You don't need to keep repeating yourself. Those 2 of you that keep repeating yourself, do you hear me? Do you know what I mean? You hear me? Do you know what I mean? Stop that. I know what you mean, and I hear you. If I didn't hear you, you'd hear a dial tone. No, I know we just say things like that because you know how a lot of people say, "I'll call you back," and they never call you back. And it's just something people say. But anyway, um, so yeah, Blog Talk Radio, Reader Tosh, or you can Google Tasha Harris, Blog Talk Radio. It could be. Let's see how many Tasha Harrises there are on Blog Talk Radio. On Facebook, however, I am the only Tasha L. Harris, all together, no dots, dashes, spaces, or periods. Um, okay. Well, you don't have to work, but it would be good if you did work right now. Alrighty, we are going. Well, okay, it's going to work in a minute. Oh, his video will probably come back on. Let me stop that. Yes, I don't know when it happened, but finally, after loading all those dang Oprah videos, I finally got my full time back, which is why I can now record on my cell phone and it uploads just like that. I love it. I love it. Which means there's no photo editing. I kind of missed that. But anyway, it's all good. You've already seen me through bad hair days, no teeth, no clothes, raggedy clothes. You've seen me for what and who I really am. I'm just Tosh, you know? Teeth, no teeth, eyebrows, no eyebrows. I mean, that's my only vain point, really, besides my red lipstick. But, you know, I don't wear red lipstick right now because it's just dirt. So, yeah, dirt don't need to be wasting my $15 tube of lipstick on, you know? Anyway, uh, it is so fascinating, y'all. Okay, so changing gears now. I, well, some of you might be under 18, and I might forget to put the adult thing, so use your imagination. No, I'll put it this way. Oh, do I have it? Let me see if no, I can't get it. Dang. I should have brought my bowl. So, uh, my sister Deborah gave me a bowl because you know I like Asian stuff, and you know the little kitties at the arm, the lucky cat. And I wasn't really paying attention, so I'm unwrapping my gift, right? Gifts, and she gave me shungite, very powerful, by the way. It's keeping my energy up. I have to buy some shungite so I can sell it to you. It's keeping me up through this Virgo retrograde, and because everything's rolling in. So anyway, okay, let me tell you that, and then I'll switch to the other interesting part of life. Um, so I'm opening my gift, and I'm like a bowl inside a bowl, and it's a cat. And she's like, yeah, the lucky cat. Oh, that, okay, so we take a picture, and she says, what did she say? It was so funny. You had to be there. So I'm like, oh, good, now I can lick my kitty. And she takes a picture. Yeah, so I'll post that later, on Facebook. And I got some new crystals, my shungite bracelet, some money, praise God. Oh, and thank you for those of you who sent me money for my birthday. I really appreciate it. I got a couple of jewelry tutorials. You can see a Fama's earrings. This is a great tutorial by Nicole Hannah. And usually I don't buy tutorials because my brain likes pictures and color, and a lot of people don't make tutorials, I don't know why, with pictures. They'll just type it out. Well, I can't see that, you know. This is my beautiful baby. I hope you can see it. I hope I'm holding it up right, because I can't see myself. And it's all about this. So I bought this tutorial and another one that I'm going to be working on later today. Flawless. Now the left one, I have to work on. So yeah, I think I'm going to go back to, twist the wire, put it down. Pick up the left one, twist the wire, put it down. Pick up the right one, twist the wire, like that, to make sure that they are as identical as possible. However, I know Isama understands that since things are handmade, they're not going to be identical. You see, people, open your mind, open your mind. So I'm going to send you those as soon as you tell me what else you might want. And